Hey everybody, this is Austin. I hope you're doing well during this Holy Week. Obviously, we're going to be doing Holy Week differently than we've ever done it before due to the coronavirus situation. And I wanted to be in touch with you because I think, as sad as I am to miss out on so many of these most important festivals of our church year, I realize that many of you have never had an opportunity to come and experience these beautiful services and be part of the mystery that these days in your past. And so perhaps the being in your homes right now, being quarantined, being captive in a way, will provide you an opportunity to access these in a way that you never have before. And so that's what I've been thinking about during this time. And I was working with our group here to figure out how we might be able to bring you aspects of Holy Week in a way that you maybe never experienced before, rather than just lamenting the fact that we're not able to do and gather in the way that we have in years past. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about how we are planning to do that. The first thing that we are going to be doing is on Wednesday, we'll do the Tenebrae service. Tenebrae is a service that comes out of the monastic tradition. And I have to say, during this time is probably more important than ever because it focuses upon Psalms and Lamentations, which match up with where we are right now as a world. So the Tenebrae service will be the one live service that we do. So we'll be joining together, those who have reading parts will be joining together on Zoom, and the rest will be following along on Facebook Live. And the nicest aspect of Tenebrae is as we go through these lamentations and these psalms together, we have a host of lighted candles that we extinguish in sets of 2. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do if you join us for that service is have a candle at your home that you can also have lit throughout the service. And then at the very end of that service to extinguish it as we all extinguish our candles together. So if you choose to join with us, you can have a candle to really connect you with what we're doing live. So that's Tenebrae on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We'll send out the link through our social media channels and also put it on our website in our calendar, so you'll be able to access that. On Thursday, Maundy Thursday, it's a day in which we celebrate Jesus's Last Supper with his disciples and also the new commandment that he gave them to love one another as he loved them. And he showed that love through particularly washing the disciples' feet. So normally we would enjoy a final Eucharist together before celebrating again on Easter Sunday. But this Maundy Thursday, we are going to ask you to engage the day through an evensong that we're going to offer and release in video form that evening. And then we have a toolkit for you to be able to look at foot washing and also an agape meal in your home. So ideally you will be able to have that ahead of time on Wednesday. We're going to be publishing all this in our Wednesday epistle. And then you can access that toolkit and do that at your leisure in your home at the time in which you would wish to, and also access the video of our evensong that we'll be praying and putting together this week. Friday, Good Friday, is a day in which we remember Jesus being crucified and walk through the entirety of those events, including the Passion normally. One practice that we have at St. Paul's is the Stations of the Cross. And I have to say this year is especially meaningful because we have a set of Stations of the Cross done by former parishioner and noted artist Peter Rockwell. And Peter died this year. And so I feel a particular closeness to him by being able to engage the mystery of this day with his pieces of art that we have here at St. Paul's. The way we're going to do that is that starting at noon, we're going to release 2 different stations throughout the hour. So one at 12, one at 12:30, and then continue that for 7 hours for all of the stations. The releases will be a picture of one of the pieces of art for those stations, along with a musical meditation and text that will allow you to be at that station virtually. And of course, at your home, if a lot of times one of the things that's nice about the Stations of the Cross, they were designed as a way of people who couldn't go to Jerusalem to experience walking in the footsteps of Jesus. It might be helpful at home for you to do some movement, do some walking in that time, and then come back and reflect on each station. 30 minutes in between each one will allow you to do other things as well. But if you wish to observe that 7-hour period as an extended meditation, you're certainly welcome to do so. On Saturday, we will begin the Easter Vigil, and normally we would gather in a dark church and light the first fire of Easter. We're going to do that, but release it on video at 9 o'clock that evening so that you will be able to see the lighting of the Easter fire here from St. Paul's, and then also sing the Exultet, and then get to hear the readings, the story of our salvation as it passes all through Scripture. And so that video will be released starting at 9 o'clock on Central European Standard Time. And so you'll be able to access it then, or at different times in the States, of course. So we hope you will join us for that and get to hear that Scripture that is so meaningful. And even though we're not able to baptize anyone during this time, to take a moment to remember your own baptism and the experience of being connected to this larger body in this time. Sunday morning, we will be gathering for Easter Sunday. We will release some materials starting at 10:30 in the morning. So you will be able to hear Easter hymns, you will be able to hear the gospel, you will be able to hear a sermon on Easter Sunday. And then after the scriptural readings and the sermon and the music is done, we will join together in a virtual coffee hour in which I invite you to bring bells to the meeting, and you can ring those bells as a way of signifying our experience of Christ's resurrection even within our homes. So I'm looking forward to that day. I'm looking forward to seeing your faces, and I'm looking forward to gathering with you in this way. So those are a lot of different events, starting with Wednesday, Tenebrae, the only live service. Thursday with a release of Evensong and a toolkit that you can use to wash feet in your home and also to have an agape meal. Friday, the Stations of the Cross released starting at noon, every half hour up until 7 o'clock. And then Saturday evening, the Easter Vigil service that you can see on Facebook and enjoy that first hearing of the story of our salvation, gathering us all together on Sunday morning for Easter Sunday, brief reflections and hymns, and then a virtual coffee hour in which we can celebrate all together. I look forward to you being a part of this atypical Holy Week here at St. Paul's. And I trust that the Lord will be present to us all and that we will be able to experience the great mystery together in a new way this year.